see the heavy panting. She didn't paw at the crate, but she does in the mornings and evenings, and I will correct her. Big correction for that. Fully trained dogs, that is having a setback, okay? So we'll do that. Good. That. Good. So you see that shift back? Really nice. That is honestly just from being corrected. She needs to learn that to get what she wants, she needs to shift backwards. And it needs to be much more firm than usual. But that's not it. I don't want to end there. I want to do some desensitizing on each step. Good. See, that was even too excited of a good. Look at that yawn. She's processing. She's calming down. So I can step in. She's excited with this, seeing it. You see that? I can step in, but she's still looking at me through the top, just too excitedly. So I have a choice. I could use Ecollar, and I haven't used any Ecollar. So I could use Ecollar for that. If I'd already used Ecollar for the front gate, I wouldn't just keep doing the same thing. I would do something different. I could shut the door again and do a bit more desensitizing. I could put her leash down, pick it up again. These steps are so important. You don't just correct your dog and move to the next step. You want to work each step to work them through what you're trying to get them to do. You could say it's working them through their emotions. It's also called desensitizing. Also building new neural pathways in the brain for how it feels to be successful and get to move on to the next step. All of those things come after a dog is corrected. So that was a move in. It's a good response to that. Because she knows I'm going to ask her, for me to leash her up. Now, if I'm a youngin' and I'm really struggling with a dog, I'll get in there and leash the dog up. I'm going to try to get her to come to the front. See how she knows? I can just hold it out and she knows. But now I kind of have to do a few things over again. There we go. Have her back up again. Notice there's no obedience commands in this whole thing. She already knows all of them. We trained all of them. She already knows all of them. Now it's like the next phase. Good. So I don't want to just block her and then invite her out. I want to test out her brain. So I'm going to move in and then move back. I'm making sure she doesn't eat up that space. Good. And if she does, I just have to move into her, reset her for clarity. It's not a correction. Body language is spatial pressure is not always a correction. A lot of times it's just clarity. Like, don't follow me right now. When the brain is calmer, then you get to move forward. And I don't know if you can see all the gulping she's doing. She's processing a lot of emotions, wanting to move forward. So whatever step forward I make in the sequence, I'm rewarding the state of mind. So if she takes a step forward and I say no and she resets herself, and then I invite her out, that's the sequence I'm rewarding, is a no. I don't want to do that. I want to reward, see all the lip licking? Look at that. Woo. I want to reward comfort. Now, I might not get there right now. That might take me forever. So I can at least reward an improvement of where the brain is at. Let's go. Great. So we need to do that again. You saw how excited she was. She's very, very anxious. That's the issues that she's having. So we need to work on that arousal. You just kind of get this area too.
Which area?
Heel is right here, and we're gonna turn, go back. Good. Great. It's just gonna help her relax. And so when she relaxes a little on this transition, then we go to the next transition. So I'm rewarding a more relaxed brain. No e-collar needed, because she's not trying to push forward. She's trying to do good, but you can tell she's still tight. So I want to loosen her up with repetition. Calm repetition. Heel. Great. Now I had to use a little leash pressure. It was slight, but I don't like that. She knows this really well. I want her to do it on the verbal. Pause for a second. Don't rush. Heel. Taking a breath between each step. Great. That was better. Much better. Her body language even looks so much better. Heel.
So this anxiety won't improve sometimes if you just correct your dog, but you don't work on the steps until the dog has an improved state of mind. And then obviously it stays the same or gets worse if you rush these steps.
See how hard it is for her? She knows what to do. She knows her obedience, but she is so keen on moving to the next step. I need to do this again and again just to calm her down. No corrections are needed right now. She's perfectly fine listening, but her body is so tense. Good. I'm even going to do a bit of a turn to just reset her. Much nicer. And I don't care about the down. I'm looking at her body language. I mean, she's not perfect, but this is enough of an improvement. Heel. And then we stop an SIT before I close the door. Oh, where's my SIT go? Good. She's sliding a bit. So I'm just gonna have her lay down. Down. Good. No. So that was a tap. So I just wanna see. Good. Now I'm gonna lead with my communication like heel. Nice. See, she's nice and slow. She is so good that she knows to go slow. And that's what I want. Place, that's how good she's gotten with all of her years of practice. Go ahead and put it on me. But two things. One, she's had a huge change in the home, and it's even though she's been so good for a long time, it's created a lot of past issues to surface again. Okay, so that's part of what we're working through. And two, make no mistake. We are doing, at her stage of training, which is just like maintenance and nose. That's kind of where she's at training wise. She's been at this for a few years. So because of that, I can do things like just throw open the front door or throw open the crate door with kind of relaxed body language. And if she shoots forward, very valuable corrections. But that's not enough. I don't want to end on that because corrections suppress emotion. Now that she's like, okay, I'm supposed to sit and lay down. I remember, I can do it. But she's still like this. Then you gotta work her through that to desensitize the moment and let it end on a calmer note. You don't have to do that with every dog, you don't. But with her, because of the change in her home, what's happened, we're having to backtrack. And that's really Honestly, that's really normal. It's really common. Okay, so the next thing is she has different triggers. She has like eye goggles she wears. Even this, like her backup. I pick up the leash. Like after 3 days of working on this, you see that paw go forward? That shouldn't even really be happening. But I can't say shouldn't. It's not about being perfect. It's about, you know, seeing progress. And we are seeing progress. Good. Nice. She's got to wait for her verbal. Heel. Look how slowly she gets up. I mean, she's so good, but she will literally she'll be shaking and she'll walk that slow because she knows that that's what it takes to get to the next step. So it's not about even how slow she is now. We're just doing everything at least 3 to 5 times. Heel. Just to calm her down extra. Place. Very nice.
Good. Good. Look at her looking away. Like I've been working on this with her, especially in the evenings. She'll get up if it looks like I'm coming to her, anticipating to be released. And I mean, she's doing better, but she's still that uncomfortable that she looked away. Huh. No. Good. Good. Look nice. Good. Place. And now she really knows it's serious because she's got her shades on. She's got really bad eyes. No. See that? So there's all these triggers. Me putting on my shoes, my pack, she knows, picking up her Ecollar, leash coming out of crate, her goggles. Good. And that's just not enough for her. So it's not enough to just proof the transition. And it's not even enough for her to slowly walk off because I know how tightly she's holding it together. Let's go. See, look at that. You would think that's a calm dog. It's not. Place, which hopefully you could tell by the before video. So this is more of a wearing her down. Let's go. Place. Good. Good girl. Good job. Excellent. Good. Heel. Sit. Good. So that's another thing we've been super strict about tagging on is when we go through thresholds, she really pushes through. A lot of times we even, you know, with boarding dogs, we're just like, yeah, we turn, whatever, shut door. But look at that. No, just settle down. There's a 13. Her step out and just pull. That's been seriously corrected. And then once she's like in the middle and she's like, oh, teetering back and forth, not really knowing what to do. She's not pulling my arm anymore though. So that doesn't need to be corrected anymore because she's kind of in the middle. Been anchoring a sit immediately outside of all doors. Heel. Heel. Good.